You went to my tournament at my house? How sick was the tournament? It was God tier. It was sick. I don't remember that. I was drunk as fuck. Two. Drank Invitational 1 and Drank Invitational 2. You were invited if Justin told you.
When were they?
Both on Willie and Dylan's birthday.
This past year?
This past year and then like 3 years before that. If your brother...
I was living in Baton Rouge.
If your brother cared, he would have invited you.
About that transition, dude.
What transition?
Tristan saying he loves the transition.
What community do I hate? What did you say?
No, I said Tristan loves the transition.
Who's Tristan? I heard his name was like Aiden or something.
No, those are different human beings.
If you play Melee, you're like 70% of the community, and you're disposable.
I see what you're saying.
Say that again?
If you play Melee, you are at least part of the 70% of the community that is disposable.
Yes.
Nando, you ever have to think about how if you were as good as Mango, you and Mango are like...
If I was as good as Mango, my stream would make money for me. I could be Mango, but I have honor. The thing about Mango is that despite what you think of him, he actually is a tryhard.
No, I know that.
He actually is a tryhard.
How do you know what I think of Mango?
And on top of that, living in SoCal is cheating. Or NorCal, whichever one he lives in. That's even more cheating. That actually is more cheating. You don't have to attend tournaments to get clout. You can do whatever you want. Oh, really? Because most of that period of time, there was no skill involved.
That's
very true.
You can't change how it was.
Of course, if I could change history, I would change a lot of things. And I know you know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bigot. Everyone, you know who to direct. You know who to direct your comments to. I'm not saying anything about that part. But if I could change history, you know that Tekken 5 would have been the most popping game. And Street Fighter 4 would have been for cucks.
I don't know, I like Tekken 4, dude. What happened in Tekken 5? I didn't play Tekken 5.
So, well, you need to know what happens in Tekken 4.
Okay, tell me about Tekken 4.
To know about...
They had a bunch of different endings that could play. So I don't know which...
It's not about the lore. The thing about Tekken 4
Tell me about it.
is that there was such an advancement in exploits in Tag 1. Very similar to Melee. Wave dashing, crouch canceling, all this bullshit. Instead of the developers being about it, they nerfed everything about it. A la Tekken 4 and Smash Brawl. But then in Tekken 5, they're like, oh, you know what? What if the community was right? What if having more options made for a better game?
So was Tag made by all the official developers? Like, was it all...
Harada's first game as a producer, as the top dog, was 3. It was 3.
That's why 3 was sick.
That's why 3 was sick. And they didn't intend for it to be as busted as it is. No developer does. Tag 1, they exploited everything. But the best part of the exploitation was not the character balance, it was the mechanics. In Tekken 4, there was still exploitation of the characters, but not of the mechanics, because the mechanics were limited. And everyone's like, yo, this game sucks. So at EVO, the community was still split between Tag 1 and Tekken 4. Very similar to a Melee and Ultimate situation at EVO. But then Harada's like, you know what? Tekken 4 sucks. Let's just make a sequel to Tag 1 gameplay-wise. Then Tekken 5 comes out. It's broken as fuck. Arguably more broken than Tekken 4. That's an argument. Cause Steve, you know Steve. Yeah, look.
What's broken about Tekken 4?
The broken part about Tekken 4 is his movement was nerfed to the point of absurdity. Only Nina had movement, but she wasn't even top 3. Or she was top 3, but she wasn't top 1. Jin Kazama had a revamped moveset, which just pissed off fans because it was not the classic moveset people grew up with in Tekken 3.
That's the moveset that I know that has
That's what you know. Jin Kazama had a move the Just Frame Laser Scraper, which was a 3-hit string. The third hit was unblockable, unreactable. Nothing you could do. Led to a full combo. You just got hit into Oki. Into, hey, you know, am I going to do it again? Yeah, am I going to do it again? That's Tekken 4. Tekken 5, they're like, hey, you know, people actually liked Tag 1 and the options it gave you. Very similar to this game that, you know, a lot of these guys play, Super Smash Bros. Melee, right? Where there was options for quote-unquote exploits of the mechanics, but it made for a better game. So Harada was like, hey, people like this? Let's go with it, and then let's add a story mode on top. Made for a pretty good PS2 game, competitively pretty broken. They released an update in arcades only at first, Tekken 5 DR.
Wait, Tekken 5 was PS2?
So the meme is that most Tekken games come out a year before in arcades as opposed to their console release.
Okay.
Tekken 5 came out like a month apart from arcade to console, and it was horrendously broken. Tekken 5 DR comes out in arcade and PSP, the mobile version. Eventually they add a PS3 downloadable version, and it is the best Tekken. It's better than 7.
Is it how broken it is?
No, because there's no hop kicks, or rage arts, or 2D characters. It's its lack of brokenness.
So what about 6?
6 is sleep. Low risk
Maximum reward.
was maximum reward in Tekken 6, so it's whatever, right?
Okay, Nando, tell me about what makes Tekken 7 Is Tekken 7 the best Tekken?
It's not. Tekken 5 DR is the best Tekken. But as a spectator, the shortcomings of 7 are hop kicks and range arts and quote-unquote low-risk, high-reward moves. In Tekken 5, they just had a significantly less amount of them. That's why most people consider Tekken 5 the best. Even though Tekken 7 added significant improvements, the grab system and the wake-up system are significantly improved in 7. There are characters such as Lucky Chloe, Claudio, Shaheen, any bullshit character with the hop kick, Akuma, and Geese that just do not have to play the game. They can just be like, Eliza's mommy tier. She's so this is the, in my opinion, she's arguably feet tier, arguably mommy tier. Mommy tier in 7, arguably Kazumi, but for fact Master Raven, for fact Anna, and who's Chloe is feet tier. Chloe is definitely feet tier.
Chloe's not good.
We're not talking about good or bad. We're talking about feet versus mommy tier.
Yes,
She's feet. Without a doubt, she's feet tier. Oh, so Eliza's arguable.
Chloe.
Chloe is without question.
Chloe's arguable. Eliza's feet tier.
Katarina unarguable feet tier.
Yeah.
So that's the arguable tier is both Chloe, which in my opinion is not arguable. But then the next arguable one would be Kazumi, and then Master Raven.
Master Raven is mommy tier.
For me, Master Raven is
I'm not saying
1000%.
for anyone. I think she's just like rejected mommy tier.
You would think, but her playstyle is very close to a Mortal Kombat X character, which is like the worst competitive game of the modern era.
Well, that's why it's not an Evo, right?
That's Mortal Kombat 11 is not an Evo. I'm not fretting. I don't give a shit.
You know, the hedge is great.
We got Soul Calibur 3D
Oh, yeah.
fighting game representation.
Yeah.
Grand Blue. I was hyped before the game came out. Then I played the game. Not so hyped after. That's all I'm saying.
You know, I feel like I can just like figure out what games Jay really likes, and then I know what game you don't like.
That's not true. That's not true.
They both like EBZ.
We actually both like DBZ a lot.
Well, okay, that is different.
It's not different.
Like, that you're programmed to like.
You would think that, right? But
I know it's true.
you know it's true, right? There's a fan game, Hyper Dragon Ball Z. It's a Mugen build. So Everett's already gonna shake his head. A Mugen build? A Dragon Ball?
Once the Rosebud movie.
Yeah.
You know what's
Yeah,
I don't know if you've heard of Hyper Dragon Ball.
I've heard of it, yeah. I've seen it.
Everett, Peretti, and I went hard
Really?
in Hyper Dragon. We went hard. We both had to invent our characters. So I invented all the mix for Super Saiyan Goku. Everett Peretti invented Infinites for base Goku.
But on Twitter, Dan said it wasn't real.
No, on Twitter, Dan said it wasn't real about
I
Dragon Ball Fighters.
know. I know.
But then there was an update to the game, which updated the input system. So everything that we invented was fake.
Wow.
We literally could not do it without TAS inputs. Because they changed it from default Mugen to a Hyper Dragon Ball Z specific Mugen input system.
Oh my god.
So I had to invent my stuff.
You had to
with-
reinvent.
I had to reinvent,
You suck.
which is sick. You're not on Twitter, so I'm gonna show you.
Skittles music
I'm gonna show you one thing real quick with Super Saiyan Goku that I invented, and no one. I reinvented. I had to scroll. But the problem is that non-poverty games exist. I could just play Tekken instead of reinventing all the tech I invented for Hyper Dragon Ball Z. Moving. And then Everett's, I played him at upper line once. He's like, yo, my controller's fucked up. I was like, no, dude. Actually, they just changed the input system, so you can't do anything. So I gotta scroll down a lot versus nude Abigail penis. I sent Dylan.
What part of the car
You're
is that?
sick.
I'm sending. Oh, dude, this is actually scrolling down my own Twitter. Replies is actually super confident.
Did you ever
I see an Ian sleeping.
I see Ian sleeping.
Oh, we don't have the mic. We don't have the.
We're on the mic.
We don't have.
We do have
the
a-
C. The C.
So look. Oh no, this is 18. Choose a new character that I invented a 50-50 on. Which is not true. My point. I gotta scroll. I gotta scroll hell far. I gotta scroll. That was 18. So don't worry, I'm fine. I gotta scroll hell far. You're not on Twitter, so you don't know. Alright, look. Off of back throw and corner.
Okay.
When it loads, because I'm not really good on justice.
You back throw them
So
out of the corner?
meaty fireballs into a crossover.
Okay.
It has free teleports that are only half a bar.
Okay.
So I got a mix up with teleport, which is very hard to see. And of course, your internet sucks. But look, if it allows the rewind. So look.
Back throw, medium.
Back throw meaty,
No
cross
horizon.
up, right? So this is the extension, and then the next part is actually a reset. That's a reset. I had to reinvent that for the new patch. But the
So what did they do to the inputs?
they made them more strict, so you wouldn't do accidental supers, but my characters relied on supers in the combos.
I see.
So I went into Discord, I had to join the Discord, like, hey, this is clearly a bug.
So they didn't change frame data.
They didn't change frame data, it's the way inputs are perceived. When you do double half circles and other advanced
Imagine trying to give like small bugs. Do that.
They fixed infinites. They patch out all the infinites, which is good.
Oh my.
Infinites really games.
Oh.
You know, Fist of the North Star. If we're gonna be toxic, that game sucks. That game sucks.
But you don't need infinites, you need just instant kill.
What's up with that?
It's even
You
worse.
know, you do the high up.
I see that you have a box. There's a refrigerator over there.
I know. Mango started talking about it, and I was like, okay, it must be real Mango.
Hey, he's a TO. He's one
I beat you.
I'm already out.
Me too. I didn't enter.
I'm out too.
I have too.
Me too.
Where's someone? Fuck one of you. Where's someone?